something to say, got something to say.
Hey everybody, it's Jade, and I wanted to continue my Thinking Out Loud series. Lastly, I told you about a story, and I wanted to tell you about stories of things that I've manifested that happened to me that I did not know. I wasn't aware at the time that what I was doing was manifesting. And just so you guys know that you're always manifesting whether you know it or not. It's just do you ever get to a point where you understand what you're doing and you decide to manifest consciously, or what a lot of people call conscious creating? So that's where I am now, and I'm trying to consciously create my reality instead of just letting things happen to me. Anyway, so getting back to wanting to share stories of things that happened to me that I know I manifested looking back on it, I do want to share kind of a negative manifestation, but I'll end it on a positive note because I don't want to end this on a negative note. So I did the one about the boy that I manifested years ago, and so I manifested hearing loss in my right ear. And there's this I put it in the beginning of this, but there's this quote by this lady named Florence Scovel Shinn that says, the subconscious has no humor, and people often joke themselves into uncomfortable situations. And that was exactly what happened here. People, or like if somebody used to try to get my attention, if I was like maybe upstairs and my parents would yell at me from downstairs, or my brother or my sister or whatever, honestly, I would be a little annoyed by that. And I would just say, I can't hear you. You know I'm hard of hearing. Like jokingly, I would say, you know I'm hard of hearing. I would say that repeatedly. Okay, I'm not hard of hearing. Okay. And I said that a lot when things like that would occur. And one day, a few years back, I had gotten sick. I had had a sickle cell crisis. I was in the hospital with that. I think maybe they thought I had pneumonia as well. I can't remember exactly the circumstances, but I do remember that I was having a pain crisis. I had been admitted to the hospital. It had to be, so I had to have some kind of infection because they were giving me antibiotics. They wouldn't give me antibiotics otherwise. And I woke up one morning and the hearing was just completely gone from my right ear. And I was like panicking, like what is going on? Thinking they ended up putting me on like prednisone to try to spur the hearing back or whatever. And then that like set off a whole other chain of crazy events. And when I say crazy, I mean like I was bleeding profusely. Like I wasn't even aware of it until I saw, at the time I was on dialysis, and I saw just nothing but blood in my dialysis tubes. And then I pulled my blanket off to get up and go use the bathroom. Yeah, because I still, did number two, even though I wasn't doing too much of number one because of the kidney stuff. But I pulled it off to get up to go to the bathroom, and my whole area was it was bloody, the whole thing. So it was weird. So yeah, I mean, saying that constantly over and over and over again, just jokingly saying that, I ended up manifesting hearing loss in my right ear. So now that I know what I did, I hope to one day manifest the hearing back into my ear. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if my belief gets strong enough for that. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know, like, be mindful of your thoughts, be mindful of the things that you're saying, even if you're just saying it in a joking manner. If it can be something that would eventually end up being negative if it actually happened, because you'll probably end up manifesting it in some way or the other, and then you'll look back and say, oh, I didn't say that, or I didn't order this, or I didn't think that, not realizing the things that you're doing, the things that you're thinking, the things that you're saying is constantly creating your reality. So be careful, guys. Be mindful of the things that you're saying to yourself. And along with that, I want to say, like, work on your self-love. Like, we have so many thoughts about ourselves that is so negative all the time. Like, don't speak to yourself in a way that you wouldn't speak to one of your best friends or your parents or your brothers. Like, would you just go up to your sister and say, hey, you're looking fat today, or you look like crap, or you sound like crap, or you're an idiot, or like, you would not do that. So stop doing it to yourself. Don't treat yourself like that, okay? Okay, so let's end this on a positive note. Something I manifested good that happened to me, that I did not know I was manifesting back in the day. Okay, I used to love, still do. Okay, there's this artist, his name is Life Jennings, and his first CD, 268 192, came along at a point in my life where I was working this job. I hated it, like hated this job. I was like on call 24/7. It was total nonsense. It was total bullshit. And for the work that I did and me having to be on call, it was not worth the pitiful salary that I got. And I was just ready, looking for any way to get out of it. And during that time, Life Jennings, his CD came along, and I started listening to it. And to me, it was so inspiring. And I loved it. And I listened to it at least once a day, every day for like a year, at least a year, probably over a year. And at one point, he had come to a concert hall near my town, which is known for concert halls, concerts and things. So I got to meet him briefly then. Sweet guy. And then I ended up going back to school, and I was there doing grad school. Had this nice apartment, chilling, still loving life. I used to be on the Life message board. Like, I have friends from this message board I still hang out with, chill to today. Like, I love them. Anyway, so I would think about him a lot, and I would like imagine him coming to my college town and doing a concert there. Like, I would just, you like your favorite artist, you think about going to their concerts and Well, he actually ended up coming to where I was at school. And like, I'm not saying it's like an unknown place, but you would not think that this would happen here, okay? So yeah, he ended up coming, and he did well, what's weird is something happened with the sound. So he actually only ended up performing one song, which he ended up paying for the sound guy to stay longer so he could perform that one song, which was his big hit at the time. It was Must Be Nice. So yeah, but afterwards, like, I've met him several times. He is the nicest guy. I met him at the House of Blues. All of his background singers, shout out to Terrell. Really sweet people. Like, I talked to his, do like the happy birthdays, talk to his mom on Facebook, his former manager, him, like, he just real cool. And then of course, like, I'm really close with all my friends I met on the Life message board, and they were like the same as me. They would, if the concert hit their town, they would go, or close to their town, they'd go, and we'd all come back together and tell our stories and yada yada yada. So yeah, it was like a tight-knit family for a really, really long time. And so yeah, he's, like I said, sweetest guy. What I really liked about him is, for everybody, they had this experience. He made you feel like, when you were speaking to him, he made you feel like you were the only one in the room. And I really like that about him, or any celebrity that makes their fans feel important. So anyway, that is it. That's the positive story that I manifested, a live concert in my area where I was going to school, which was mad cool. And I got a few more of these stories. So guys, if you have any stories of things that you've manifested, accidental or otherwise, let me know. I'd love to discuss it in the comments. And that will be it for this. Hopefully we'll be back to our regularly scheduled program on Friday. Excuse me. And yeah, that's it, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.